It is Thursday, August 15th, 2019, 12:41 p.m. It looks like it's gonna rain outside. It lasts. It's been warm, but it's also been like a little kind of breezy, chilly type of thing. So summer is coming to an end. But let's talk about the last little bit. So let's start off with let's go in chronological order. So last week in school, I had the second and final week of careers. The first one was like way back in like February or something like that. Oops. And it was a shortened week because it was 4 days, and it was awful. It was literally so boring, so pointless, so stupid, so stupid. I don't know who thought this was a good idea. I don't know like what the point of this class is. Like one of the things we had to do was she gave us a list of like, I don't know, 10 job search websites, 4 of which I've heard of, and there's like, okay, pick pick 4 of these and then answer the questions below in like an essay format. And the questions were like, what do you like about every site? What don't you like about every site? What's similar with every site? What's different with every site? Which one do you prefer? Search up a job and see if the other websites have it. Why? Why? So stupid. We had to do like company research, hand in like a page of company research, which I guess they did because people would go to interviews and not know how to answer what do you know about us, which okay. There was a portion where we had to do a portfolio, which I mean for some of the people in there, sure, but for IT, we don't need a portfolio, so that was stupid and pointless. And there was other stuff we did that was just dumb, and I thought was annoying. That week, slow as shit. It was so goddamn slow. On top of that, it was super annoying because these aren't like the regular IT computers. These are like school use computers. So on Wednesday, I believe, or Tuesday or whatever it was, one of the other ladies came in and she set up something where all of a sudden only that day, we had like a little toolbar on the top of our monitors, and I guess they could see everything we were doing. And I was looking through the toolbar, and there was like a keyboard monitor or whatever. So basically, there was a keylogger, and I was like, okay, that's super sketch. But yeah, I'd finished whatever work I was doing, and the work that the teacher expected us to do was one of 2 things. One was go to your LinkedIn and add 5 people. Fuck you. No, I'm not going to add 5 random people and be like, hey, I saw you work in IT. I'd like to communicate with you about a possible opportunity in the future. No, I'm not doing that. And so that was stupid. So I wasn't doing that. Plus, I wasn't going to log in to a goddamn computer using the password to my LinkedIn when you can just see everything I write. And then the other thing was she wanted us to read chapters 4 through 7 or whatever it was in the careers book. But we read all of the chapters in careers the first time, like when I first, like the first week of it. So I did that, and so I'm on Reddit chilling or whatever, and the message pops up on my screen because they can message us, and she's like, is this related to your job search? And I said, no, I'm done that because I was the looking up job information or looking up the business's information. I already handed that in. I said no, but I'm done all that. He said, okay, well, are you doing the LinkedIn thing? And what about reading the book? And I said, haven't done the LinkedIn thing, and I already read the book, so that's done too. She said, well, reading the book was a long time ago, so you should reread it. And it's literally just like how to write a resume, how to write a cover letter, how to write a thank you letter, how to do an elevator pitch, I believe, and how to some tips on how to do an interview. Don't need those. Did it already. I've done numerous interviews, so I'm not gonna say I'm an expert, but I'm fairly good at interviews, and nothing in that book is gonna teach me how to do interviews anymore. I have a resume. I wrote a resume. My resume is not bad. I've done cover letter, all that other crap. I've done it. And she's like, yeah, it's been a while, and I guess she thought that we did this a year ago. But no, we didn't. So that was annoying. That was an annoying last week. Super, super slow. So glad to have got it over with. Just a waste of a time class. Just stupid. I hated it so much. But I guess one thing I skipped before that on Friday. That was last week. Was it last week? Yeah. So the last week, the new Slipknot came out, and on first listen, I actually didn't really like it that much. I was a little bit disappointed. Like I thought the album was okay. I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was okay, but I was disappointed because I was like, I expected this to be better. And when I was ranking it, I was like, okay, this album is only better than All Hope Is Gone. But then I started listening to it more and more. I've been listening to it every day, like in the car since last week, and with every single listen, it got better and better and better. And now it's honestly such a good album. I'm way more impressed with it than I was last week. It's so good, so fantastic. And now I'd say I don't think it's definitely not better than Volume 3 for me. That's my cream of the crop. But I'm still kind of debating whether it's number 2 or number 3, because if it's number 2, I'll see if it's raining. If it's number 2, that means it beats out Self-Titled, which is a good album in itself, but that's the album that got me into metal and this whole journey. So I don't know if I can say that, but I think it's better than Iowa. But if it's better than Iowa, it's not so much better where it's like out of reach of Iowa to get it, to touch it or whatever. It's like they're pretty close together. Just We Are Not Your Kind is kind of better. So that's where I'm at for that. Still listening to it. Probably going to be listening to that, honestly, until the new Tool comes out in a couple of weeks. And speaking of new Tool, last week as well, on Wednesday, they released their first new song in 13 years. It was called Fear Inoculum. It's a 10-minute song. I love it. It has the kind of tribal-sounding drums at the start and throughout the song that remind me of, what's it, Right Into, I believe is the song I'm thinking of. And, is that a spider? I think that's a spider. Hold on. Reminds me of Right Into, and yeah, and it's a good song. I like it a lot, and I listened to it. Honestly, I listened to it like 6 times, just listen to it, and then I had like on repeat while I was playing Rocket League that week. So I've listened to it honestly like double-digit times at this point. So really good song. I love it. It's absolutely phenomenal. Looking forward to the rest of the album. I saw reviews come out earlier this week, and they were saying that it's a great Tool album. Very much Tool. The last song apparently is awesome. So very excited for that, and yeah. So looking forward to that very much. The other thing is that whatever cough the guitarist and clean vocalist of Oh Sleeper had, he definitely passed it on to me. And I've had it ever since that show, or since Saturday the 3rd. So it's almost been 2 weeks now, which is super goddamn annoying because it's not going away. I had like a kind of but not really cold, but it's mostly just been like a cough that won't go away. And I think that when it was starting to go away is when SummerSlam weekend happened, which was this past weekend, and while the screaming and stuff made it so much worse. So just really, really annoying. So still dealing with that. I'm hoping that by the time Tuesday comes around, which is a Slipknot show, I will be better. And then if anything, I'll just destroy my throat and cough again after that show. But SummerSlam weekend. So Sunday was SummerSlam itself. We got into Toronto like, I don't know, early. Very early, and on purpose, because we wanted to beat the traffic, and we took the GO train in. Me, Matt, and Danny took the GO train in, and then Maciek, Laura, and Agnes took the car in, because I think Matt and Danny had to drive their pets. I think that was the reason, but I don't know if that was the only reason. But anyway, so we go in. We went to the aquarium. To kill some time, which was fun. It was annoying at one point because the tunnel where you kind of just stand and it moves, the moving floor when you're in the tunnel. That was cool and all, but there was like a child 3 feet away from us that was just screaming, or children, I don't know, screaming. I mean, like it was honestly as if they were shot, and they just kept screaming, and it was just so goddamn irritating. I hate those parents. Like the kids are kind of annoying, but they're young, so I can't fully blame it on them. It's the parents who don't do anything. They have the option of, if it's a kid that's old enough, you'd be like, okay, stop screaming, or else, whatever punishment. If it's a baby and you can't do that, leave. Why are you here? You are ruining this entire moment for everyone else. You are annoying. And on the train too, oh my god, on the train in, there was a family that was sitting like right beside us, and the kids were loud, screaming, and just being obnoxious in general. And the mom kept saying, hey, inside voices, I'm not going to tell you again. Hey, inside voices, if you don't use your inside voice, whatever. She said some sort of punishment. And then nothing happened. They kept screaming. And she kept saying the same thing over and over again. In my head, I'm thinking like, lady, obviously they don't respect you. Obviously they know you're not going to do anything because you've said, don't do that or else, like 17,000 times in the span of 5 minutes, and they're still doing it. So, like, just effectively, you just shut your mouth, you'll get the same response. So that was super annoying. And yeah, so SummerSlam comes in. The show itself, I don't think it was amazing. It was okay. It went a lot quicker than I thought it would, which was nice. It actually ended at like 10:30, which wasn't expecting that. I thought it was going to end, honestly, at like 11:30 at the earliest. Pre-show, Edge came out. It got a huge pop. Honestly, probably the loudest pop I've ever heard. It didn't come out that loud on the actual show, but in the arena, it was super duper loud. For SummerSlam, we were in the very back row, the absolute last row you could be in section 323. There was, of course, happens all the time, was a guy who I don't know if he was drunk. I don't know, whatever. He was just screaming the entire time, like death metal screams, and he was chanting the most stupid shit. Like, during Becky and the Natalia fight, the chant was "Let's go, Natty, Becky sucks." He was going, "Let's go, Natty, Becky sucks, Rollins." But he was screaming, like you could hear it echo around you, like death metal screaming it. He was a lot of "fuck you, you suck," just a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm like. It was just so annoying, and after a couple of matches, kind of settled down, picked up again, settled down, and he was annoying. Yeah, so that was annoying, but overall, it was a decent show. Goldberg versus Ziggler was quick, as expected, and was cool. I think the best match, honestly for me, would have been the Brock Lesnar Seth match, just because I wasn't expecting Brock to lose, and then he did, and it was just everyone just went crazy for it. So that was awesome. Second time I've seen Lesnar lose the title in person. I believe the first time he lost it to Goldberg at Survivor Series, so that was cool. The next night, Raw came on. Overall, I thought it was a pretty boring Raw. Honestly, the first hour and a half, like I looked at my phone at 9:30, I was like, oh my god, it is only 9:30. This is excruciating. Not that interesting of a Raw. The second half of it went a lot quicker, and it was nice. For that, we were sitting still in 300s. It was in 320. We were kind of in the middle section there, so that was that. And really the only memorable thing was Sasha Banks came back and turned heel, punching Natty after she was talking about her dad. Oh yeah, Bray Wyatt was at SummerSlam. That was awesome. His new theme has it's like a very metal version of his old theme, and it was just awesome. You got a holy shit chant when he came out, and then that was awesome after the match. That was cool as well. And that was the penultimate match. So Raw was whatever, and then because of that, I was kind of not looking forward to SmackDown. Just because I was like, I don't want to, it's going to be long and forever. And then, hold on, Raw, what did we do before Raw? We got in early as well for Raw, and then we went for dinner. I don't think we did anything, though. Okay, so Tuesday we came in early as well. We were gonna go to the CN Tower, but the wait time was 2 hours. I'm like, I'm not doing this. So we went out, sat by the lake for a bit. That was boring as shit. And then we went to the arena. SmackDown overall was it was a decent show, and it went so much quicker. Like 2 hours just flew by, so much better than Raw. And yeah, what happened on SmackDown? There's a Roman versus Buddy Murphy was a good match, and Kevin Owens got a lot of pop. Overall, I don't know. I don't think there's anything super memorable, but it was just a better show overall. We ended up staying for 205 Live, which I was looking forward to. It ended up being a very boring show. Apparently, everyone online said it was a really good show. And the last match, which was Drew Gulak versus Oney Lorcan, was amazing. But I was like, this is boring as fuck. This is so goddamn boring, which sucks. So I was like, I don't know how I know Maciek was like I guess he probably wanted to leave because he was like he didn't really care too much about 205 Live. Matt was like, I have tomorrow off, so I don't really care. I was like, all right, they usually put on a good show, so this should be fun. It ended up being, I thought, a stinker. At one point, like, honestly, the final match, there was like 10 minutes of rest holds, and it was like a 12-minute match. It was so goddamn annoying. The ring apron kept coming off, so the crowd was more interested in chanting about getting the ring apron fixed. That's how boring the match was. The camera guy fixed it. We cheered for him. We chanted, "Let's go Raptors." Like, no one cared about that match in the arena. So, that's that. And then there was a dark match, which we didn't stay for. I would have liked to, but it was like 11 at that point, so we left. And yeah. Overall, I think in the future, I'm not going to go to Raw and SmackDown anymore. Just because not much happens, and it's not necessary. Like, I'd rather go to the pay-per-view where it's like match, and it's like you're pretty much guaranteed to see something pretty interesting. Whereas with Raw, it's like a lot of filler, a lot of boringness, and I don't know. Same with SmackDown. Like, it's not that it was boring, it was just like this long, and it's like, I don't need to be here. So I think in the future it's only going to be the main show, or the main pay-per-view. So there's that. I booked my Security Plus certificate for the 27th of August, so in 12 days. That I had to buy myself. It cost, I think it was $339 US, so probably around 400 Canadian. Which it does not come with. It costs an extra $100 to get the thing with a retake. So if I fail, I literally just pissed away $400. So I really don't want to fail. So I'm really trying to study my ass off for that. I submitted a request to get my 741 test done. So that'll be a retake. Going through the book now, I think I'm 3 chapters deep out of 13. Doing all this stuff, kind of PowerShell and all that crap. Really want to get to know this stuff a lot better and know it more. Yeah, I don't want to fail this again. Next week we got Slipknot. That'll be an awesome show. Looking forward to that, especially now that the album's really growing on me. Looking forward to that very much. Picking up Dad on the 24th. And then, yeah. So, leave it at that for now. I'm going to go finish studying a little bit. I think I'll do some exchange stuff. Do some questions for that. And then, yeah. I'm so behind on podcasts and stuff at this point. So, that kind of sucks. But I'll catch up eventually. Alright, see ya.